it's Whitney here with Whitney's Handwork, and today I thought I would show you a really quick and easy gift idea for somebody or even for yourself. We're going to make 4 cards and a card holder to go with it. So I started with this cardstock that I got at Hobby Lobby. It's called Pretty Petals cardstock. There's 80 sheets, there are 20 designs, 4 of each of the designs. And I just thought they were so pretty. These cards are 4.5 by 6.5, so they're a great size to start out with. You could just pop them right on a 5 by 7 card, and you don't have to trim a thing. They are just absolutely gorgeous. The paper is textured. They feel good. It's nice, thick cardstock. I really like it a lot. So we're going to use this, and what you're going to need is 6 pieces of this cardstock, or any cardstock that you want. You're going to need 2 that are the same, 2 sets that are the same, and then you're going to need 2 more individuals. So from the 2 sets that are the same, we are going to take 1 of each of those, and we're going to set them aside for right now. Those are going to go on our cover. And then these other 4, we are going to trim up so that they fit on our 5.5 by 4.25 note cards. So we just need to trim them up just a bit. So let's get started. I'm going to trim these up to 5.25 by 4. So I'm going to start with the 5.25, and then I'm going to trim off the little bit to get the 4. Now, with this being such pretty paper, I'm going to hang on to these. I'm going to use them in another video and show you how to use your scraps from these. So that was a 5.25 by 4. This paper trimmer is my favorite, and I will have a link of this in my program notes. So now that we have this, let's get our cardstock bases, and I'm going to use the off-white today because it just matches mine well. Get my bone folder out. Crease these down a little bit. Okay. So now we're just going to assemble these. I think I'm going to ink up the edges just a bit. I'm going to use the Dewdrop Memento Rich Cocoa. Just give it a little bit of an edge. Finish it off a little bit. Don't want a whole lot on the card, just really on the edges. Okay. I just think the inked edges just gives it a little bit more dimension, and it just kind of finishes your card off a little bit. I'm using my art glitter glue. I also have a link for that. Aren't they just the sweetest cards? Okay, let's get the envelopes for those. All right, let's set those aside. And for the next part, we're going to work on the cover for these to hold on to those. And we need a piece of paper that is 10.5 by 8.5. So let's get that. So we're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 10.25 by 8. We're going to need to score this. On the 10.25 side, we're going to score it at 5. And we're going to score it at 5.25. And then we're going to turn it, and we are going to score it at 1 5/8. And 1 1/4. Okay, now let's get all of our score lines folded. Make sure that they are nice and straight and even. There's that one. This other one's a little harder. There we go. Perfect. I'll open that up, and we're going to score it here, making sure we're straight. Fold that score line, and then fold the next one, again making sure we're straight. And then we need to take our scissors, and we are going to cut this little piece right here out all the way. Okay, all the way up to that score line. So all the way up. we're going to cut the score line away also. Okay. Now we're going to take this and we are going to just cut a little bit more of a sliver off, just angling just a little bit in, all the way up on both sides. So this is all I took off. So it's about a 1/4 of an inch to start, and then it comes down to a corner on both sides. See? Okay. All right, so now we have this little space, and we can put 2 cards, 2 cards, okay, so there's our holder. All right, but we can't stop there. All right, so my paper is a little flimsy, and remember those 2 pieces that we cut earlier? Well, we are going to now mount those on the front of our cover. But first, what we need to do is we need to punch a hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to square this up, and I'm going to hold the 2 ends together. I'm going to find my center. I am 6 1/4, so 3 1/8. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be about right there. And I'm going to get my crocodile out. I'm going to use the larger of the holes, and I'm going to square this up again. I'm going to punch a hole right there through both sides. And then I'm going to take my ribbon, and I'm going to thread my ribbon through the hole on the outside. Oh. Certainly doesn't want to get in there. And I'm going to wrap it around. And thread it through the other side. I'll line up both of the edges, both the ends. My ribbon's 22 inches long. I'm going to pull so that they're together and straight. And then I'm going to straighten this up. And I'm going to run a little bit of tape underneath. Yeah, let's run a bit of tape. We're going to cover this whole thing up, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to do it in the center on both sides, just to hold on to that ribbon for a second. Okay. Oop. All right. Let's straighten everything up. All right, that looks pretty good. Now let's get back. So my top, I said, was 6 1/4 to the edges. So I want to cut this at 5 3/4. So I'm going to cut 3/4 of an inch off both of these. All right, I think I'd like this one to be my front. And then I'm going to center that in the middle. Oh, it's hard to see. But I'm not going to cover my hole. Okay. I'm going to do the same for the back. Okay. Let's get our cards. And there you go. What a great gift for somebody. You can even add in a couple stamps, a couple of the Forever stamps, and give that as a nice gift. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.